Hello and welcome to another killer pool video. This is the fourth match we're playing. I am spotting Eric 3 games again, and looks like he did not manage to make one on the break, so let's get right into it. I've got a pretty easy shot at the one in the side, should just be able to top through, have a 2 in the bottom left, and hit it a little firm. Looks like she's gonna roll safe. This is the fourth match, so I think this is where I start to go downhill. I think I only had 4 or 5 beers over 5 hours that day, but I can start to feel it a little bit here, I think. So we will see what happens. I got a 2-rail kick at this one. Oh, 3 rails trying to come underneath the 9, and I did manage to get it. We'll leave him a shot in the side. The way the balls are sitting, he's got a 4-10 combo in the corner if he wants to try and get on that. Gets the 2 balls in there, so manages to make the 8. Easy shot on the 3 down in the corner here. We'll see if he plays to the combo. No, he goes to try and kick it out. Gives me ball in hand. And I suspect with the 4 ball sitting there that I'm going to take on the combo. Yeah. So he gives me a fairly easy shot on this one. And that's probably the first game. Yeah. Pretty easy 10 there. I'll take what they give me when I'm spotting 3 games, so get the first one there on my way to a comeback already, and there's one of those scratches on the break that's been irritating us. Alright. Wonder if he'll go for the 210 there. He might just try and run this one out. I like the run out here. The 210 is not that easy. All you have to do is make that one. Get straight on the 2, roll forward a little. I guess the 6 maybe a little bit in the way of the 3 up in the corner there, so that might change what he tries to do here. Looks like he was maybe playing for the side pocket and rolled short, I guess, maybe there. Not sure what his goal was. Not sure what he was calling there. I thought he pointed 2 to the corner, but that didn't really make much sense. So here's 2 on the side, and he just kind of missed the carom there. I'm not sure exactly. Anyways, leaves me a tough shot on the 2. But that 6 ball that was in the way is actually a helper. What I'm going to try and do here is play the 2 off the rail, off the 3, but if I miss that, it'll go off the 6. And it does. It looks like it could just be straight draw if I have the angle. Oh no, just push it through there, give myself a nice angle. Well, looks like I got a little bit straight. Now I gotta probably play this one top right, try and get to the bottom rail. Nope, looked like I did have enough angle there to just slide over. I left it a tiny bit short, but I imagine being that close to the ball, I should be able to cut that in the corner. Probably go across the table twice, or 3 times, sorry. And there's a 3rd time. A little bit long and straight on the 8 here. Would rather be off the rail a little bit, have an angle to be able to have a good cueing at that 9, but I decided to just kind of cinch it, leave myself an angle there, and without much of the bottom of the cue ball, I don't want to jack up, probably just going to roll above the side pocket there. Yeah. And unfortunately I missed a 9 ball. So we give him a game here. I can't imagine he does anything but straight follow on the 9, bring the cue ball halfway back down the table, maybe a little further, maybe a little less, but he should have a pretty easy time of it here. Okay. looks like he's just going straight tops. Yeah, put a little bit of right on there to guarantee to be on that side of the table. Spun it over, kept it straight more than anything. Gave himself a pretty good shot on the 10. And pops that in there to go up 4-1. This is a difficult spot to overcome. I basically assumed I'd just be giving him his money back. He offered me 2 games after, no, I had to go 3 games on the first, how did that work? On the first 2 for $10 and the next one for 20. I'm up 40 here and down 4-1. So I'm not exactly trying to give him his money back, but I am trying to make the spot big enough to make it very difficult to me. And if I can win your money with a spot that I think is too big, then I will keep it. If you get your money back, that's okay too. I'm not sure what we're talking about here, but I appear to be wasting some time. Got 11 balls on the table, including cue ball, so I assume I am probably going for a jump shot on the 1 here. Yeah, I got a jump cue in my hand there. Not sure what we were talking about. I can get a little carried away. Looks like we're joking about something anyways, smiling. And make a nice little jump shot there on the 1, but leave myself pretty tough on the 2 there. A tough back cut. Maybe I can just slide that in with, what would I have on that? Slide that in and hopefully be able to shoot the 3 on the top right. No, I try and come all the way around. Hit it good too. That's a pretty good shot. A little bit firm, but be able to get around the back of the balls there, come around 3 rails from that angle, hit it firm like that. Happy to hit a shot that well. And then play to the 4-7 combo. It looks like maybe I was trying to get down to go in the top left. Looks like maybe I'm shooting in the top left. I don't think I am playing a combo. It's pretty natural to get on the 5 if that goes in. And another good shot. Not too straight here. Am I trying to get to the rail and then back out for the 6 in the top left? Or maybe just like that. And bridging over the 8. Don't like that so much. And this is awkward too. Oh, there we go. Yeah, not too bad. Just play the combo. Do I go up and down the table or is roller? Nah, I just keep the roll there. Did get a little bit of a bad angle though, so maybe I should have gone up and down the table, risked a little more. Make sure to get a good angle to get on that 9, but it looks like I can maybe just draw this to the rail. Oh wow. Draw it to the rail and spin it back across the table. This is being a pretty decent out. A lot of pretty good strokes there. Straight tops here, I assume. Put myself somewhere near that left pocket. Oh no. Looks like I decided to punch it and spin it back out to the right. Leave myself this on the 10. Pretty reasonable shot. Shouldn't really miss many of these. But I do miss that one. Rolling. That might actually be. That might have been in my head. Cue ball scratch in there because I did make a scratch like that in one of the other matches. So Eric does not miss these as far as I remember. Everything I left him that was long and tough, he just bared down and made. So we'll see if he does that with this one. Oh, pretty big overcut on that one. Still leaves it tough for me. Not too tough. Got lots of queuing space there. And that ain't too bad a cut. I should be able to cut that one in. Pull this to 4-2. This would be a pretty bad miss here. Yeah, there it is. Oh. And there's a scratch I was worried about on the other side. Give him that one 5-1. There's another scratch on the break. Seems to be that we both are suffering a little bit from that. Made a few balls there though. Made 2 balls. Pretty wide open, nice table here. Probably want to draw this back to the rail and bounce back off, leaving myself a decent angle for the 4. I kind of like just drawing it straight back off the rail. Ooh, went for a little bit closer to the ball, but wound up with a decent angle here. I don't know if I'm going to try and just slide over, maybe hit that 6. Oh no, there we go. Roll forward, get a pretty good shot on the side here. That was a pretty easy way to cinch that. Get a real nice angle. There we go. Make sure I give myself an angle on the 5 to get to the 6. This should just be a stop shot, come off the rail, and cue ball maybe a foot higher than it is right now. Right in that spot there. And I don't know if I try and force this over to the right side of the 7 or follow to the bottom rail, or roll it in and just leave it there. Pretty nice angle I left myself there. And make that 7 no problem. Leave myself a bit more angle than I want on the 8, but shouldn't have trouble. Just head up to the top rail and come back down, or just cinch it again. Making smarter decisions here. Sometimes I can't see exactly all the angles from the overhead or the other camera shot we have here. And bring it up to 5-2. I've got to win 5 games now. Eric needs to win only 2. And reasonable break on that one. At least we didn't scratch. Cue ball didn't go too far near the pocket. Got a couple kicks there and sent around the table though. Made a ball in the right hand side pocket. This is an awkward back cut bank on the 1. I think I'm trying to spin it and hit it off the 7 ball and then have it come out towards the 8 ball there. Yeah, just like that. But I missed the 1 ball. And then left Eric pretty open here. Just has to get to the right side of that 3 ball off the 2 and he should be okay. Could do it there with tops and the inside. Looks like he is going, yeah, just like that. Tops with inside, overhit it maybe a little. Left himself a little tougher than he wanted. Might play a safety here. Maybe goes for the 3 banking into that 7. See if we can see what he points at here. Kind of feel like he's maybe rolling me up behind the 10, or just sending it up the table and trying to get me behind the 8 or the 9 there. Looks like he was pretty successful at that. Do I have room to swerve? I feel like I'd probably swerve this around the left side of the 9 since the 3 is so close to the rail there. If I don't quite make the swerve, I should be able to spin off the rail and get down to the 3, but it looks like I'm going for the distant jump shot again, and this is one of those ones that's extremely difficult to keep on the table. But I guess when I looked at it, I didn't like the swerve, or it might not be as on as it looks on the camera here. Yeah, this one you have to jump a little bit higher and try and land it, so higher cue angle than you'd like on one of these. Looks like I am not going that high on the cue angle, so probably gonna pop something off the table here. Yeah, a cue ball. Yeah, that one you've got to land just behind the line 9, get a couple bounces before it hits a 3, and then be flat on the table when it hits a 3 there. If it's in the air at all, it bounces off. Wipe the cue ball off for Eric there. Give him a pretty reasonable opportunity here, and at this point Eric was playing pretty good, so probably going to see him get out here, I imagine. Just deciding what he wants on the 4 here. Looks like he's going to top it through. Good shot. Gets himself a nice angle there. Just has to chip that in. Natural shape to come up for the 5. 7 over the pocket. Bumps it there, but not going to be a problem. Just has to make this ball. Really doesn't matter. Can do all sorts of things with where that 7's sitting. Can choose to drop back a bit if he wants. Looks like he chose just to stop it and cinch it. Perfectly reasonable choice. Might see him tap that 7 in the side, then pop the 8 in the opposite side. Might play it a little firmer. Hard to say. Yeah, he's going to come back up. Makes contact, pushes it into shape. Nice shot. Yeah, this one's just basically trying to stop, leave the cue ball as close to there as possible. Well, it slides right a little bit. And then should have a nice angle on that 9 just to pocket in the bottom right pocket and draw it to the rail on top of the 10 there. Well, decided to force it across the table. Also a good option when you're feeling confident. And left himself looked like a perfect angle to be able to force it back over that 10 too. No, I didn't have to force it at all. Just got to roll it over there. Dead easy shot. Probably give it to him here, I imagine. Yeah, we give it to him. And Eric breaks. He got to the hill first. Yeah, unlikely for me to be able to beat him 5-1. It's unlikely for me to beat him when I'm giving him 3 games at all, but now I'm this far behind. It's real unlikely. The easy shot on the 1 there. Unfortunately, didn't make any balls on the break. Decent shot on the 2. Trying to get around that 6 and up to the 3. Was able to accomplish that. Should just be able to stop this. Don't want to get too crazy with the cue ball here. Probably just roll over a little bit to the right. Try and get off the rail a bit. Yep. Good stroke there. Got off the rail nicely. A little straighter on the 4 than I want, but I think should just be able to draw it up near the 8 there, just a touch. And hopefully not too much. Did I roll? I think I did roll too much. I was hoping to contact it, but yeah, I don't think I can. I'm not even sure I can see it here. Oh, maybe I can make it in the bottom right. Look at it. Looking at it again. Am I thinking about jumping just the edge of the ball there? That's a tough jump. Looks like I might be going bottom right, or maybe it just goes on the side, no problem. Oh, just off the knuckle. Yeah, it was that close. That's how much of the ball I had. Probably was makeable, but just off by half a millimeter there. Leave him pretty good out here too with the 7 over the pocket. The 6 is sitting nice. Only shot he's got to stroke well is the 8 to the 9 really. Leaves himself nice on the 6 here. Might choose to shoot that 7 past the 8 up in the pocket, top left there. Although on the right hand side overhead, doesn't look like that shot's able to go in. So just taking a minute here to decide. Yeah, it looks like he's going to try and put himself by the 10 there. Just wants to play this the right weight. If you're not careful, cue ball has a tendency to drift towards the bottom of the table here. So he wants to make sure he hits it nice. Pretty good there, yeah. Didn't drift too far towards the bottom and gave himself a nice angle. So he just has to barely tap that one in. Should have a good shot on the 8. Oh, decided to just play with tops with the inside there, and even better, give himself a perfect angle here. Just has to be careful with the side pocket is all. And looks like he's planning on not even flirting with it. Gonna play the speed to that position on the table you just seen him point at. Nice shot, great stroke. Didn't even flirt with the side pocket at all. And yeah, leaves himself a nice angle there to hit a perfect shot. And see if I give him this one. Looks like I am gonna make him shoot it, even though it's easy. And that looks like it's gonna finish it up. Eric wins this one 7-2 with a 3-game spot. So thanks for watching. If you like what you see and you want to see more, like and subscribe.